Yeah, man. Just want to entertain the peoples.
Can I make my text bigger here?
Michael Beckerman says there's been some issues lately with YouTube where audio cuts out and starts live stream. I've noticed. It's just
How about
a
now?
problem.
That makes sense.
Did we hear anything now?
All right. Nope. I don't think so. I don't know if they can hear us now. I don't know what to do right now. You can. There. Should you go presentation?
Say, hold on.
mode?
If somebody says, there we go.
Presentation mode. Hey, we're good? No, but we have to go ahead and do this. So if we have this issue again, Derek will provide you all with our public service announcement of what's going on. So apparently we fixed the audio and everything is all good. All right. If you do have experience in video production, if you could please email your resume and 3 references to afterhoursupport@sony.com. We are looking for. I'm just kidding, Marvin. I love you. I'm just playing. Just give you a hard time.
Hey.
Yeah.
Now is not the time.
All right, I know. Let's go, dude. Let's
All
go.
right. Audio's back. We are good. Yes, it works. Sony VR Play. Welcome. I've not seen that name here, so thanks for joining us.
Welcome.
I do appreciate
Welcome.
it. I know we don't have a tremendous amount of specific things to address, so please let us know what you have. But, however, we have some a couple of guests from our field team here to kind of just share a couple of quick things that could be kind of interest and get some more perspective from what they see in the stores.
They bring a ton of value, right? Because you and I in our previous lives spent a lot of time working directly with customers and in that retail environment, but lately we haven't had that much time. So being able to kick it with these guys, it actually brings us back to hearing the voice of the retail store, customer, just like we hear the voice of you all on this camera when we're here live, right? So it's nice to kind of match up those messages to kind of hear what's going on.
Yeah, and they're part of our seminar team as well. So if you haven't seen
Sony Simplified,
there you go. That's right.
Okay.
Our training seminars to help customers get a little bit more out of the Sony products and maybe learn something new or just get a little bit more out of it. So,
yes, it's awesome. Come on, man. I know you've got breaking news that you want to talk about. You need to stop acting like you keep too many secrets lately.
What sort of secrets do I have?
You really want to go there?
Sure.
No, I'm not going.
Why not?
No, just kidding. I think. Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
I'll ask you guys a question. One of the things that we've been doing, and you're going to hear a lot about this, is talking about sort of the evolution of TV technology over the past 5 years. It's been fun. It's something that I think for Derek and myself, we spend so much time with these products that we get real close to them that we lose sight of the massive changes that have happened in technology and truly what the benefits are. And just as a sneak preview, I'm not going to give a ton of details, but we've been playing around with some of our OLEDs, right? We've been sort of doing some side-by-side comparisons of our OLEDs of the past and comparing them to our current OLEDs to see how far we've come. And dude, it's been truly kind of eye-opening. You would agree?
Yes. Yeah. I know it's not really visible, but we actually have. It's actually behind me. That is actually.
Are you gonna say it?
Why not? It's ours.
It is ours.
So, and that's what we were comparing. Wait, no. Oh, sorry. No, it's not in. I'm perspective. Perspective. That's A2. You guys can't see it. We have an A9G F.
It's an A9F.
How about now?
Sorry.
How about now? Point.
Yes, there we go. A9F versus the 8 Mark II.
Yeah.
And we were doing some testing to kind of see how, like Larry said, sort of the advancements in the technology and what it looks like side by side with some great pieces of content to see. And it's really interesting to see how not only how much things have changed from a visual perspective, but even just the chassis and stuff like that has completely changed from some of our early OLEDs. Well, the really cool thing is that when you think about year-over-year iterations of TVs, that's where you typically don't have as big of a jump. We'll see what happens next year, if anything cool happens there.
It'd be nice if something cool happened.
It would be. But for most people who are buying a TV every 5, 7, 10 plus years, like that's big jumps in technology. And I know there are people like, oh, maybe I'll just wait till next year when that thing might happen. But that 1 year may not make much of a difference at all in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
So something to think about if you are shopping for a new TV.
It's always like that with consumer electronics. I think the computer age, was that like what, early 90s? When it just seemed like you would go to a store, you'd buy a computer, and then by the time you got home, it was like the brand new, amazing, 3 times faster, kind of thing popped up. And I think you're right. Like with TV technology in particular, it does this, right? There are like some major milestones that whether you see some significant changes, and then there are moments where it's just like refinement, I think is the term I want to use. And that's always important also. So, yeah. Okay.
I just want to quickly kind of plug too. We are here to kind of support with any questions you guys might have in the moment. But if you are watching this post live, or if you have a more complex question, feel free to send us an email. It should be, I don't know, Marv, you can pin that for us. That would be great in the comments. I'm actually replying to one of those emails actually in the moment because I started earlier and I just didn't finish. So I'm going to do that really quick because I want to make sure the answer gets out to this gentleman and get him taken care of. What do we have going on in the chat? I haven't seen much. Okay. Instance 992SK. Okay. There's a huge boutique market with re-release of classic movies in 4K UHD Blu-ray. Enthusiasts would love to see a player from Sony that rivals something like a competitor model. Interesting. What sort of things are you looking to have? What are we missing that you would like to see in our model? Please let us know, because we can actually collect that feedback. We actually do collect that feedback.
Yes.
Not only from the live here, but it's an arduous task of collecting the feedback and questions and comments from all of our videos. And it's a lot of manual process, but to mark a box, it's like, here's kind of like requests for things to be changed or improved or something. And we are going to share that with our team. So keep that stuff coming. I do love that.
You didn't mention the Blu-ray comment down here, did you? Is that what I just missed? I'm sorry, I was deep into a conversation.
Yes, I did.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yes, I
Which
did.
is interesting, okay, because I didn't want this. I have to do that at least once a show.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Well, that was your once.
It's so interesting because recently we posted a video. Shout out to, did you talk about that either?
No, go ahead. I just know where you're
Shout
going.
out to Justin. Justin was on-screen talent for a Blu-ray disc video. This is a video that was requested from our product team, of course. And we're like, hey, we've got these new Blu-rays that we released. Can you guys do a couple of videos and release them? Not a lot of push, to get it done. And then I'm trying to figure out why this video is like overperforming or outperforming, right? Literally, I got an email saying clearly people like Justin more than Larry. And look, hey, I get it. I'm fine with that, right? But it is a reminder that we were able to share back to the product team that there is a desire to still have that pure form of content, not compressed. Streaming is great for convenience and ability, but as one of the commenters said, there's something about the ownership of the content, whether you get a steel book or whatever the case may be. It is all about having that content and being able to watch it in its purest digital form, right? That was good to kind of give that feedback. So I'm glad that we haven't abandoned that, and we'll see what happens. Did you literally just say all that?
No.
Okay.
Good. Lord. Relax. It's okay.
I don't know what's in my
what
water.
I had said. So the question was like, oh, can you get some Blu-ray player that has features like the competition?
Yes.
Cool. What are you looking for? Got a response already. So makes it super simple.
Nice. Okay. Let's talk.
Automatic Dolby Vision HDR10 switching. Straightforward. And actually, I have already do have one comment on that. So now I'll have another.
There it
so
is.
obviously, the more people that are trying to talk about these things, the more the demand. Obviously, that can help change some things, possibly. We don't know. Our job here, of course, is to collect the information of everything that we can gather from insights from the field, from our awesome team here. Still with me? Yes. All right. As well as what we have on the lives here and all of our videos. So we'll continue to do that as well. Just Fraser, welcome back as well. Portrait Displays told me today that 2025 models have an unlockable expert 3-color temperature option. Will 2024 models? Well, if I must admit, I didn't even know that. So I don't know if that's a thing.
Because I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I don't know either.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've not even heard that, so I can't confirm, deny, or speculate one way or the other. That would be interesting because I'd be interested to know exactly what that is and what are the differences, what they're doing. So that's it. Will it come out to other models? I don't know. It's hard to say sometimes with new models as they come out. Sometimes there's the difference between the software demand and the hardware demand. Mm-hmm. If you have something that is a hardware limitation, it cannot necessarily be done. But in some of the other ones that is just software, they will do their best to add those things if there's a need for it. So I guess we're just have to wait and see. Yeah. But you have piqued my curiosity. So I do like that. Let's see, where do we go?
Mr. Beckerman.
Mr. Beckerman. Sony's 80th anniversary as a company falls on May 7th of next year. Any chance we will see some 80th anniversary special edition products, limited edition, very small production runs perhaps? I have no idea.
I don't know, but I am going to take that idea. I'm going to formalize it, put it in a PowerPoint, and take all the credit.
Sorry. Larry's got it, I guess.
No. I'm just kidding, Michael. I'm just kidding. I think it would be great. I think that, like, I know PlayStation is really big on these anniversary editions, and people get behind it in limited edition. Mm-hmm. It's especially for our, I'll call it like the Sony community, right? Those individuals that have been with us for a lot of, many, many years or whatever. It's something for them to say that, hey, I've got this. It sort of commemorates my lifelong relationship with Sony, and then also it's a collector's item, just don't sell it.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it would be interesting to see. I have no idea. I mean, I from my experience, I know tend to be kind of humble with a lot, like the company as a whole, and not really go to be like, look at us, kind of a thing, from a like gloating kind of a thing. But I think there's a lot to be very proud of from what Sony has done. Yes. And some really amazing technology. It'd be cool to see, if anything, it would be really cool to see some sort of video that kind of flash forward from what it started to through the years.
We have some content like that we've used over the years. Cool, we've done it over the years. Like years ago at CES, we've had some things like that. We should at least push for something like that. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
I love it. We'll have to see. Let's see. I want to make this bigger because I feel like my eyes are broken right now. So I'm going to do that so I can read this better. Okay. Where are we at here?
Just Frazier, maybe?
Which one?
Oh, you want me to? Oh, I'm sorry. It's my cue, right? Okay, my bad. Yeah. I'm sure I've skipped. Just Frazier said, watching this from... I slow down when I say this. So you can say, I already read that, dude. Watching this from 75-inch Bravia 9, loving it. Still can't decide whether to stick with local dimming on medium or high.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd be...
SD jumped in on that. I like
SD, it. Welcome.
So, what's going on?
Let's see. I'd be interested to see what that... Especially like for this. How much of a difference it would be? Like how much... more detail might you get on some of the stuff in the background?
Well, let's look. No, I'm just kidding.
We don't have it hooked up right now. We can't really do that. But
I will say that I
you want to.
I am local dimming high, very similar to what SD is recommending. So if that's a co-signing on that feature or setting, then there you go. There it is.
Yep.
Love SD's comment.
Yeah, Inatrans 92SK. Yep. Taking that feedback back to the team for sure.
Yep.
Let's see. Just raise our current models have. I feel like I missed one. Daz, picking favorite host is dangerous. It's like picking favorite family member. Aww.
Sorry.
I appreciate that.
Talked myself out of that one.
All right, Just Fraser. Current models have Expert 1 or 2, but the new CalMan update mentions Expert 3 support for CalMan, Sony Home, and their support confirmed it. That's interesting.
I wonder if that's a part of the CalMan calibration process, like the built-in.
Could be. It could be.
Yeah. I wonder if that's a part of the software integration. We can look into that.
Yeah.
I'm actually chatting with someone who can answer that question.
Really quick. We'll see if we can find out a little bit more. I have not heard, so I'm not exactly sure. 80th anniversary rice cooker would be awesome. That would be very cool to go back to the roots.
And
have a special edition won a Bravia Bravia rice cooker. That would be pretty awesome. Okay. You know what? I have an idea. I would like to invite up a special guest. Are you okay with that?
Sure. I'm just gossiping online, so sure.
Gossiping? Is this the time and the place?
It's not.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But if I get something juicy, I'll make sure to share with you.
So if
so if we can, so I think this is a great opportunity for Derek. Already teed it up, and he talked about us being able to bring in a couple of people, just some special guests. We want to try to. You guys can get tired of Derek and I over time. So just have a fresh face to talk a little bit about some things would be kind of cool, right?
Yeah. So we brought some of our field team in to kind of hang out, talk about a bunch of stuff, really. And we figured, while they're here, why not? Yeah. Why not? And we've got Joe back there.
There he is. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So I know I kind of want to just be like, hey, what are some of the things that you've either experienced in the field, but I know you recently had a Sony Simplified episode.
I did. Earlier this week, I had an episode of Sony Simplified, and actually, I got a question from Michael Beckerman that I didn't get a chance to answer, and I was actually really happy you guys asked us to do this because I wanted to take the time to answer the question for him. The question that Michael asked on my Sony Simplified was, what does the battery care button do on the wireless speakers? So what the battery care button does is it actually limits the charging of the wireless speaker to 90% to preserve the life and the longevity of the rechargeable battery inside the wireless speaker. A really cool thing, to turn it on, all you have to do is hold the battery care button in on the back, wait about 2 seconds, and it will audibly tell you that it's on or off.
That's awesome. So why do you think that's valuable for anybody?
I mean, I think that's valuable to, especially if you're like someone that doesn't like to buy new stuff all the time, and when you buy something, you want it to last for as long as it possibly can. Giving it the ability to not overcharge the battery, because charging your speakers to 100% maximum every single time, it does hurt the longevity of the battery over time. And I mean, I can't say how long a speaker should or shouldn't last because I don't know. But if you don't want to constantly replace something and you really just love the speaker you have, you want it to last forever, it's a good way to maintain that life of the speaker. Yeah.
Do you use it on your speakers?
I do, because my wife doesn't always unplug things. So she'll charge them and then forget that she charged them. So I do leave it on all my wireless speakers so that they don't get overcharged.
Awesome. Michael Beckerman says he wishes you had done that earlier, and he's disappointed in you.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry, Mr. Michael.
He says thank you.
No, he said thanks for the explanation of that. Yeah. So that was awesome. So thank you, sir. Any other parting words of wisdom?
I don't have any other parting words of wisdom except for like and subscribe this show. It is awesome. These two guys are amazing. And
awesome.
Come watch our Sony Simplifieds. It's a lot of fun. We're always getting better and trying to do better and learn and grow. And, it's very thankful to get to spend the time with you guys to be able to make that happen.
That's awesome. We're here for you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, sir. I appreciate that.
It's super awesome.
that was kind of fun. Now it's awkward because now he's going to try to sneak off. There he goes.
I don't have any cash right now,
Thank
but I'll
you,
make
Joe.
sure
Thank you, Joe.
I will
Good job.
wire you some money for that plug. I appreciate you doing that for us.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that, Joe. Thank you so much. Just to catch up on some of the comments. Ballers, welcome. Loving my Bravia 8. Hey, congratulations.
Okay,
That's awesome. Let us know, what have you been watching that has just made you go, this is amazing. I would love to hear that. Kind gentleman. Can the XR processor for the new waves of TVs get a new name? I would be overjoyed with a plus or max thrown in there. I love that. I don't really know what the plan is going to be, but that would be kind of cool to see what the evolution is going to be, because we always know there's going to be something different about the processing, because there's always some sort of iterative change, and I don't know to what significance it's going to be, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. And if you want to find out what that happens to be, you're probably going to find out here.
Yes, most likely.
Yes.
Did you just wink at me?
Yeah.
Hello
I want to
there.
try to make that awkward. Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, like we want to share as much as we can, and we will share what we can. So please, if you know people who want to know things, let us know. What you're looking to find out. If we can share, we will.
Yeah.
But as Joe said, and wherever he went, there he is. I appreciate that. Yeah, subscribe and like is definitely going to help going forward. Cool.
Look at. I mean,
Look at.
did I miss it again? I need to stop having these side conversations.
Yes.
No, but this is for them. I'm working really hard for them right now. I am.
I'm
See,
not
I just
convinced.
got a message, and it's in private view. I'll be back.
Okay. All right. Well, I will continue then. So let's see. Where are we at? In a trance 92. Will Sony re-enter the U.S. market with the Xperia phone line? The focus of a lot of brands these days is to make unified ecosystems that work together. Sony makes one of product of everything. Yeah, pretty much. I don't really know what the future is going to hold for that. Being in the U.S. market and Xperia not being here any longer, I don't know the full story as to why or what the plan is for the future. So unfortunately, we're just going to kind of have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of an ecosystem, and a lot of our products do have a form of an ecosystem. We do get some comments of, hey, it'd be cool if you could make this work with that and work with that. We continue to share that feedback. So if you have something specific, obviously Xperia, cool, factored in, we'll share all of it. But if there's something else that you would like to see, we would love to hear that.
Yeah. And with that being said, though, from an ecosystem perspective, that is one of the reasons why with our TVs in particular, it's advantageous that they are Google TVs. Because we know there's a large segment of cell phone owners that are Android, right? But also the fact that we support Apple AirPlay and then Apple, what is it, HomeKit? That's what it's called. That's what it's called.
Yes.
I'm getting nods over here, so yeah, that's what
I
it's
have an
called.
Xperia.
And if
so-
not, we just renamed it. No, but I think it really plays to our bigger story, right? And it's ecosystems are really good to try to drive consumers to exclusively buy your product, right? I'm not trying to speak on what our overarching theme is, but we are a very inclusive brand, if I can say that. If you think about the formats we support, we're not forcing you to choose between Dolby Atmos and DTS:X. We're not making you choose that.
Right.
We're not forcing you to choose between HDR10 and Dolby Vision. We're not asking you to choose that. We're allowing the filmmakers or the content creators to choose what they want as the best format, and then you as consumers and viewers be able to take advantage of that. Same thing goes with us choosing or having Google TV as an operating system. The number of apps, customizable features, and things that you can do with Google TV, it far stretches beyond any current ecosystem. I can't speak about the future. We are very careful not to do that. But currently, I would say that having Google TV as an operating system makes us a part of like one of the world's largest ecosystems.
Yeah.
So
That's a way
you
to
can probably think of it that way.
That's one way to put it. That's
Yeah,
for
man.
sure. Now, there was a comment here too asking about, let me get it here, make sure, the X800 Mark II Blu-ray player, if it's EOL or still in production. So I just took a look at our website, and it's actually not listed on, at least in the US, on the Sony site. So I believe that might mean it's EOL, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But we can double check to verify that.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see the new 700 compared to the 800. I know we get caught up in numerical designations about which one, but I'd be curious to see side by side from a spec standpoint, does the 700 in fact replace the 800? Again, I don't want to speculate and guess without digging into it, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll have to kind of see.
yeah.
I'm just going to jump to this one because I know that you'll want a response. It's not going to be what you want. I will preempt it. But SD, can you please not dim down my A95L by 20% over time? I'll sign a waiver if I have to. So we shared the concern, and
We actually did.
yes, yeah, and it's with a couple of different people because we had a different conversation with somebody else on the team that has some power, I guess you could say, and had that discussion too. And he was actually aware that there's been questions about it. So I don't know what's going to happen in the near future, but yes, noted.
Yep.
Absolutely noted. Cool. Let's see, where did we go here? Mr. Michael Beckerman. You just did this like you were about
No,
to say
no, no, no,
something.
no, 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 no.
Okay, cool.
Just warming my hands up.
All right. Let's see. Several competitors in the TV space have just recently released new products with Dolby Flex Connect support. Do you have any indication yet that Sony will be doing the same in 2026? Nope. I have nothing on that either way.
We're not able to talk about future
Yeah.
or unannounced products at this time.
Yep. Let's see.
Just be
Frazier.
proud of me. I'm being safe today.
I know you did. You did good. I'm proud of you for sure.
Thank you.
Just Frazier says, I hope Sony brings the Qualia name back for the RGB mini LED next year. Brand new tech deserves a name to separate it from regular model lineup. It'd be very cool to see something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is then what where will we go? Just in general, what cool names will they come up with? So I don't know.
Look at the names. Look at the names. Like there's some that are now cascading in SD.
Oh,
But
yeah.
my vote, bring back XPR.
Grand Vega.
Yeah.
The Grand Vega.
Yep. Grand Vega. Yeah.
Old school it up.
XPR was, I loved it. Here's the funny thing. All right. Here's the funny thing. It's a small thing, and this is for those that get into like the nostalgia of our products, right? When we did the dramatic name change, dropping the letter and the 3 or 2 digits and all that, and simplified it, Bravia 2 Mark II, we simplified it. It was weird because a lot of people were like, wow, that's strange. But for the XBR peeps out,
Yeah.
that was the first, right? Because you had XBR 1, XBR 2,
That's true.
all the way through to XBR 9, 10, XBR 10. Was there an XBR 10? I think it was an XBR 10.
Ooh, good question.
XBR 10. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I could be wrong, and it's cool. It wouldn't be the first time. XBR 10 was the first TV we had that had a wireless connection box where your inputs connected, and you could connect the inputs into that, and it would wirelessly transmit to your TV. This is like 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Or more. It was actually more. It's like 15, 20 years ago.
It's quite a bit more than
God,
that.
I'm getting old.
I need
What am I gonna
a
do?
replacement host if anybody's ready.
If John was here, I'd be color barred out already.
That's true. That is true.
I did preface this by saying I might be wrong.
That's fair.
That's the
Don't use it
disclaimer.
as a crutch going forward, though, that everything you're going to say is, I might be wrong. But I just
That's
don't
like
know
when
what to
people
believe
say,
anymore.
what is it like? With all due respect, because what follows that, right?
Yeah,
Anyway,
question
but
that.
I just bringing it back to what we were talking about. That XBR line, and you guys have heard me talk about it 1,000 times. My XBR 8 is still alive and kicking. Still is. I would put that 1080p TV up against a bunch of different 4K TVs, not Sony, out right now. Like that TV is. I think within our building, there's at least 3 of them still on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've seen
that
some
TV.
really
Yeah,
crazy
that TV
stuff.
is so amazing. Anyway,
that's been around the building, which is really cool to see that. This, not always convenient in the place to actually do some testing and comparison, but it's still cool. It's cool that we were able to kind of, pull this, and I know we pulled, we haven't brought it down yet. The 900E. 900E is another one that we're going to do like kind of a comparison to.
I'm excited about
so
that.
it's going to be pretty neat to see.
Hey, we're going to do that about 4:00 in the morning tomorrow. If you guys free to join, you can watch us when we no takers. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Marvin's going to be here to make sure that we're live. So yeah, don't count on that.
No, I will not.
There you go. Let's see. Michael Beckerman says a big company just this week announced their new display glasses. AR glasses appear to be the future thing. Do either of you see Sony getting to the glasses space at all anytime soon? So I don't really know where it's going to go, but if you haven't seen it yet, Zyn, XYN is the closest thing we have to it, but it is different. So it's not not like glasses, but it is a space that we are involved in. We saw it at CES. I know there's some working on some stuff. I don't even know details of the future of it, but I know that it exists, and they did some demos at CES that were really impressive.
Oh, okay. It's like, did you say the future existed?
Yeah, I mean, well, it does, but in the future.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I hope there's a future.
Yeah. Zen.
So
What
that.
Zen is.
Yeah, so that could be
dope.
something to take a look at if you want to check it out. It is different from what the glasses are going to do, and I know that it was still early when we had it at CES, so I haven't been following it because it's not really part of our purview, if you will. Yes?
No, I'm reading comments.
Oh, okay, good. All right, so you know what? I want to bring up another
Sure.
guest from the field, if that's okay with everybody. I'm not even sure who's next. That guy? And it looks like you're ready. Are you ready?
I'm sorry. That's when the camera appears on me, so that you guys don't see what's going on over there. So then I'm responsible for filler time. But while I'm doing that, In a Trance said I showed my HTA5. You didn't read that. I showed my HTA 5000 with SARS5 rear wireless surrounds. One of my friends, and he was blown away by the Atmos sound quality. Shout out. A suggestion: name the products easier, like the Bravia line. Okay.
Yeah, actually, that's.
I think we're on our way, right?
On our way.
Bravia Theater Bar 8, Theater Bar 9, we're on our way. So,
Yep. So yeah, so we are in the process of that too. But do you have something you need to tell him, Joe? You good?
We're just
So yeah, we got Andrew over here from the field that's going to join us. Andrew, you ready?
Wow. Yeah, I think so. A little break over there, but yeah, no, I think we're good. I think we're good.
Oh, yeah, you're a little bit taller,
Oh, a
so
little bit
you
taller,
might need
yeah,
to lean
back
back
a
a
little
little bit.
How's this? Better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome.
So thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me, guys.
I have no idea what you're gonna talk about.
I don't know either. No, this is the fun part.
Yeah.
No. So what we talked about a little bit. I think you just had a soundbar question or a comment about the A5000. So I have the A7000, and I think we have one more soundbar in our lineup currently, the A3000, where it has the on-screen menu. But I've really come to like the new connection we have, and how we set up that is through our Connect app. So I like that feature. I like having that. It does make it very easy to set up and very convenient. So you don't have to switch the screen over and then come back to it. So I do like that, and I love adjusting the decibel rating. While you can fine-tune the soundbar, it does a great job on its own within the app to do that. But I think adjusting the dB rating and just sound is subject to the space that it's in, of course. So just making that sound your own way or how you prefer it to sound, I really like that feature in our soundbars.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you find it more convenient than like a remote? Even?
Yeah, honestly, because you just open the app. You don't have to find any buttons. It's just everything's right there for you. And it's pretty easy to use, honestly. I used it a few times already, and I'm a big fan.
Yeah. It is kind of nice when it kind of one thing kind of walks you through the process. And I know in terms of like the way that we navigate technology now has evolved more to being a touch screen.
Oh, yeah.
You know, versus even being buttons on a remote in a lot of cases. So it is kind of a nice way to kind of keep up with the evolving tech, if you will. So that's awesome. So how do you feel about being here? Was this exciting?
No, this is fun. This is a lot of fun. I like seeing behind the scenes of this, which is cool. We never get to see that. So again, on our Sony simplified videos, we do the kind of the setup. But to see Larry and Derek on and just see that whole interaction, and it's very organic. And then again, the whole setup process, we got to be a part of that this time. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I appreciate you joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Any awesome parting words from you, sir?
I think I'll back what Joe says. I mean, you guys are doing really well on your show, and shout out to Sony Simplified. Guys, check those videos out.
Absolutely.
Nice.
I love it. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
guys.
I appreciate you.
it.
Good deal. Good deal. Awesome. So now you get to be awkwardly.
Yep.
well, but you know what, Marvin? You can go to this camera, Marvin, because like in talking about the Bravia Connect app, there was something several months ago that someone asked the question. Actually, they made a recommendation up, and they said it would be cool. I don't know if you remember this or not.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to get into details.
No, I have to build it up. They said it would be cool if you could adjust the settings of the TV without having to bring up menu display and all that on your TV. So for example, I'm watching a movie. If I'm watching a movie, I open up the Bravia Connect app. I can change picture settings or whatever the case may be on the phone, but I never see either the quick settings menu pop up from the bottom or the right side panel that has the settings. They wanted to be able to control those things. Now, I immediately took that and I started investigating. I cannot confirm the limitations of it, but I was able to adjust one thing. So I was able to adjust and change voice zoom in the app without bringing up the quick settings menu at the bottom. So for example, for example, I have on my Bravia 9, I had a voice zoom 3 set to max. I opened up the Bravia Connect app, went to voice, turned it off or to 0, and then brought the menu back up on the TV to confirm, and it was at 0.
Okay.
So again,
Nice.
I don't know what that did tell me from the feature request was there are possibilities, and it's just a matter of how does it happen. So I'm taking that finding back and then spending time with the app development team, and then also the product team to see is there more. Because I get it, if I'm watching content and I want to change brightness level or whatever, I don't necessarily want to interrupt my content by bringing up the lower bar and make those changes.
Right.
If I can have a uninterrupted experience, especially if I'm watching with people, but make it in the background, it's a small thing.
Yeah, that is a nice.
But it's a cool little touch,
Yeah.
you know? And I think it would make the usefulness of the app even more. And that's the key,
For sure.
right? So, anyway,
Yeah.
So I just wanted
less
to
interruption on the screen is usually a better thing altogether.
100%.
Awesome. I love that.
Yep.
Cool. Just Fraser, I'm not sure what the context was behind this. So
Uh-oh.
has anyone tried unplugging and plugging Larry back in?
Because my brain just stopped for a second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That did
I needed a
happen,
hard
didn't
reset.
it?
Seriously. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm okay. I'm back. I'm back now. I am back.
Lots of talk about the Walkman all over the place. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
Bring the walk back.
Yeah,
Yes.
and hey, Mozart's Ghost asked
Welcome
a
back
question.
also.
Yeah, welcome back. Asked a question. What does FWD mean? So our pro line of products and TVs have a different prefix than the consumer line. There's a designation, right? We have BZ models, and the older models were FWD. Okay, and so the question was, what does FWD stand for? Wow. Derek knows.
That is false. Go ahead, Larry.
So I think it was the Z9D. Yeah, Z9D back. So FWD, that's an acronym for flat wide display.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Flat.
Did you know?
Did you know? So flat wide display is FWD, and I'm glad that question came up because I feel like over time there's been this. You know, I love how we kind of go back and revisit some of our names, and you and I went out on a limb saying all of our product prefixes have a meaning. Like they all of them.
There's something
it
there.
means something, and so when we can answer some of those questions. I feel like we won.
There you go. Yeah, that would be awesome to see a new in-box Z90. That's crazy.
I am trying to take home the Z90 that's in this building. That would be great in my office.
Good luck.
It's not going to happen.
No, it's not.
But I'll keep trying.
That would be pretty cool, though.
Man, would it?
I would love to see. I'd love to see that next to some of the current stuff.
I'd like to see it next to the. You know what? I'd like to see it next to the Bravia 5 for starters. Okay, listen, the Z9D is this like unicorn kind of.
I know it's a.
But that was a long time ago, right? And I think over time, again, the evolution of product and innovation and technology, sometimes our memory of greatness is often. We're locked in that moment and how we felt then, but now some years later, Bravia 5 might outperform it. I mean, that chip that was in the Z9D, if I'm not mistaken, is like what's in the Bravia 3 right now, right? I have to go back and look.
Oh man, why can't I remember which
Z9D
one?
chip? Let's look it
Yeah,
up.
I don't remember which one
what's
that
in there.
was, but
Yep.
you got some brownie points here.
Did I?
Yeah, Mozart's Ghost said thank you. AI did not know the answer.
Ooh.
Is
better
Larry
than
AI?
Larry did.
Hey,
App coming to you soon. I'll be a part of Bravia Connect.
Did you imagine that?
No.
Your voice coming out of the thing, or like a Larry on screen.
Utilization of the app would be at an all-time low. It would. I know
That would be
there was
awesome.
discussions about using our our likeness,
I
our
wonder what
likeness for
happened with
support. No, they shouldn't.
They
That's a terrible
shouldn't,
idea.
but
could
it
you
would-
guys imagine reaching out to support and getting a sort of a computer generated version of Derek or myself telling you we don't have a solution for your problem, but we are currently working on it? Like that would creep me out. Sorry,
It would be weird.
I'm way off the rails. Yep.
Let's see. Simon, what up, guys? HT specialist from BB. Welcome. We got our field team here too. And you know what? Maybe we should bring up another one.
And another one.
Oh, he's like, yep, shaking his head no.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, so I was looking up, so Z90's, before we go there, Z90's processor was the X1 Extreme.
Oh man, it was.
It was the
Holy
X1
cow.
Extreme. So X1 Extreme wasn't yet X1 Ultimate.
Right.
Which we know XR processor like completely, took that over, as we've seen in our side-by-side that we've been doing. So I really want to see Bravia 5 and then Z90. So
Very interesting.
We'll take a look at that. But anyway, so to
try
our
it.
special guest, I'm sorry.
Yes, we do have a special guest from the field. Carlos, how are you doing, sir?
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. How's everything?
Great.
Good,
Great.
good.
How do you feel being here?
I feel good. Feel real good. It's a really nice experience. Learning a lot from you guys, just like everybody else here, learning from the background, learning what you guys do. So hopefully, I talk good and I sound good.
We're kind of putting them on the spot too.
Yeah, we are.
Because they're getting a little bit more acclimated to being on the Sony Simplified. So, but I do appreciate the work that you've been doing on that. So how do you feel about the concept of what we're doing with Simplified?
I love it because, it gives a lot of people a lot of education and things that they need to see, want to see, things that maybe they don't even know a lot of their products can do, and they're able to learn, and we're able to teach them and show them. So I think it's definitely a great experience, a great feature that we're offering for our customers, which is amazing. So.
Okay. Do you have something interesting to share?
I mean, one of my biggest topics usually in my storefront is, that fight with HDR, Is it important for TVs? And I always say, is coffee important in the morning? Is pizza important? Is Wi-Fi important these days, So a lot of these things is like the most important thing. Yes, it is important when it comes to, ever draw a picture with chalk? That's a TV without HDR,
Wow.
So with TV with HDR, is taking that same picture and you're drawing with a color marker. It's going to enhance everything. Brighter whites, without any wash in color. So things look more natural. Reds look natural. Yellows, blues are going to look more real to life, which is another huge feature. So you want things to look real to life. We want things to see in how we see everything in the outside world, to kind of mirror and mimic what we show on our TV, which is nice.
Yeah.
And the great thing is amazing black levels. You want to still see the blackness in those movies, but also still show a lot of detail. So HDR is going to give you that capability that, all these other TV brands that don't have that capability you're going to be missing out on. And believe me, you don't want to miss out on anything, especially we spend so much money on these apps these days. We want to be able to use the quality of these apps to their fullest performance, and the HDR and our TVs are going to be able to give us that full performance in all the apps that we probably spend hundreds of dollars on a year, $100 probably a month now. So we're able to use that quality on our TVs and take the money that we spend on a monthly basis and get the higher quality performance on our television. So
I like that. And there's a question for you, sir. And I think it comes from your incredible analogies. So let's see how you can deliver on this one. The question is from Simon: what's a TV without Dolby Vision then?
So a TV without Dolby Vision is a TV.
Not a Sony? No, sorry.
I would say a TV without Dolby Vision is a TV with not as sharp in color, not in real life detailed. So I feel like for example, if you want me to use another example, if you're looking at a fire truck without Dolby Vision, it's just not going to be as red, it's not going to be as sharp. You add that Dolby Vision feature with it, you're going to see a much sharper, much detailed color fire truck. And remember, fire trucks look different in the day than at night. That Dolby Vision is going to be able to know the difference between what a fire truck looks in the nighttime versus during the daytime.
Okay. Would you say it maybe would be akin to a life without Chicago-style pizza?
New York pizza. From New York, so nothing like New York pizza.
New York and New Jersey, baby. New Jersey, New York.
I love it.
What about that Texas pizza? No?
Ooh, I don't know.
No?
about
You
that.
mean like barbecue something?
Yeah, man, it's barbecue on a slice of bread. For you didn't know? I'm kidding. All right.
I love it. That's awesome. Any parting words?
No, not too much. I appreciate the time up here. I'm learning a lot from you guys, and everything's been great. So, hi, Mom, Dad. Told you I'd be on TV one day.
There you go.
No.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you?
Well, not too nervous. Feel good.
Okay,
Good.
good.
Feel good.
Awesome.
That's good.
I love
Being
it.
around you guys is better.
That's good.
Well, I appreciate you coming out. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
So we have a great field team that's out there that is talking to customers, talking to employees in a lot of retail stores too.
Yeah.
That gives us a lot of insight as well.
Yep.
Because we do have a fair amount of our.
Oh, it's on me.
This guy's talking.
I was actively listening though. Did you see the head
I
turn?
did. It was
Like,
it was
I
impressive.
was there.
We do have an awesome team out in the field. Collecting a lot of this information for us too, and helping to get the Sony message out there to not only make great decisions in their purchasing decisions, but also to get the most out of the Sony product. Because a lot of times there's those things that people just don't know about.
Yeah, dude. And here's the thing. And I know there is there's always a debate somewhere. Of,
Always.
HDR, not HDR,
Yeah.
Dolby Vision, not Dolby Vision. I will say this. We've definitely made a strong statement with our Cinemas Coming Home campaign. I hate to refer to it as a campaign because that sounds marketing, but it is truly us sort of announcing a commitment. I like to put it that way. But the number of content that's being natively captured in Dolby Vision, think about that, right? Like, you've got a set of cinema cameras that can natively capture content in Dolby Vision, shot that way, meaning by definition, director's intent was for this film to be delivered in that format of high dynamic range.
Mm-hmm.
That was the idea. And I think it's, Carlos was talking about how much you spend on stream. I looked at mine one time. It's ridiculous, but how much we spend on streaming content or whatever, whether I like it, love it, use it, or don't, I want to make sure that I have the accessibility to everything I'm paying for. And when you have your Netflix account or your Prime account, see, these are partners, I can say that. When you have those accounts and you have that monthly subscription fee or whatever, you deserve to be able to maximize and utilize all that's there.
Yes.
So that's
that was always one of those things in the early times of when Dolby Vision was still kind of gathering its rolling speed that it's at now. And there was a lot of times I would talk to people, they have certain streaming apps, and you talk about it like, well, how do I get it? I'm like, you're already paying for it.
Yes.
Actually, right now. But if they had an older TV and sometimes other brands, they're actually just not getting it because they're not able to. So
Right.
that's one thing that I do have a ton of confidence in. I SD, I love your comments, man. I love them. I don't always like to address them, but I do love them and respect that. But I'm gonna call it out too. Where'd it go? I lost it. There it goes. Bravia 9 without Dolby Vision is a better TV. So the cool thing about that though is that you clearly have a vision of the things that you want,
Right.
which is awesome. And I know we got some feedback to help make that be more accurate for you. But there's a lot of people that might think the opposite, but the fact that we have the option
Yes.
is a great thing.
Yes.
So if you were to go into certain apps, you have the option of doing Dolby Vision directly or a calibrated mode.
Right.
You have these different options, which is good. So
It's,
if you're already
it's
paying
interesting.
for it,
Yeah.
get
And with Bravia 9 SD in particular, something that I found very interesting, and I have content that I watch in Dolby Vision that I absolutely love. But I will still right now to this day, trying to make sure, to this day, one of the things that impressed me the most on my Bravia 9, and this is not a plug for Sony Picture Score. I promise I'm not plugging Sony Picture Score. However, I tested a movie on Sony Picture Score. All right, Bad Boys for Life. I said it. On Sony Picture Score, and I watched it and it's not in, obviously not Dolby Vision or whatever, it's just HDR10, but I watched it in Pure Stream. So I made sure that I enabled Pure Stream on that app, on the Bravia 9. Oh, mama. It was
I remember you
beautiful.
talking about that.
Oh,
Like
man.
I think you put a message in our team, like
Yes.
while you were watching it.
Yes.
If I remember right. That was a while
It was
ago.
because honestly, look, we look at things and we talk about data. We talk about 80 up to 80 megabits per data transfer on Pure Stream. We talk about it being from a streaming app platform the closest you can get to actual Blu-ray quality. I have to, before you and I, talk to these incredible people, we have to verify what the engineers have already verified. This is just for first-person experience. I don't like to say, "Oh, I heard from a cousin and a friend and a best friend that has a next-door neighbor." That I don't like doing that. But when I did that just for my own internal testing, and I looked at it, it was like on a Saturday, and Derek hates when I message him on a Saturday. This is why I do it often.
Why I ignore it.
He does.
Carry on.
But I'm like, dude, all caps, memes, like GIFs, everything. I'm like, Bad Boys for Life, Pure Stream on the Bravia 9 blew me away. It is absolutely beautiful. And I'm pretty secure by saying Will Smith looked great on my Bravia 9. Okay? It was, even right now, thinking back on it, I'm like, it is awesome. Anyway, saying all that to say that I know we don't talk a lot about Sony Picture Score, but if you do have a Bravia television and you do have the ability, if you have credits, whatever the case may be, take a look at some of the content on there and compare it in the other different places where you can get the same content and test it out, and you will be surprised. And hopefully there's more to come with the Sony Picture Score, because it's dope. So, okay, leave it at that.
Hey guys, can we give a shout out to Ronan? It's his birthday today.
Marvin.
Come on.
I had a really good plan.
But I had to bring it up. He was there for a little bit.
I know. I was waiting for my right moment.
Was Ronan late though? No, just
He
kidding.
was late, and he apologized because it's his birthday today. And he had to get together.
birthday?
Yes.
Yeah,
Happy
yeah.
birthday, Ronan.
Happy birthday.
And I
Happy
apologize that Marvin ruined this cool
Well,
plan I had.
Yeah.
I'm
Derek-
still going to play it through.
He was gonna sing Happy Birthday in Spanish, and
That's
Marvin
right.
ruined it.
Feliz cumpleaños!
There it is.
That's all I can do. That's all I can do. But I appreciate you spending the time with us. And I'm still going to do the plan that I had.
Okay.
Larry tends to go on and on and on, so I wasn't able to get to where I wanted to get to make it happen. So just you wait.
I thought that was my role on the show.
It is your role in the show.
Okay.
You did it, and you played it well. That's what I got to
What
say.
I do, homie.
So let's address a couple questions here, and then we'll see when this thing happens. All
Okay.
right. We have a Marvin here.
Hey.
Not that one, but a Marvin. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate
All right,
it.
Marvin. Welcome, Marvin.
Says, hey guys, I recently got the 2025 Bravia 2 Mark II, and it has the latest update. I got it connected to the PS5 Pro with the latest update also. Then followed it up here. The input is showing a blank screen on a cold boot end to end. Can the software engineers fix this underlying issue? So far, the display works fantastic. So does that mean you are not able to see the input from the PlayStation 5? Is that what I'm reading into that? Possibly. If that is the case, let us know in the comments. If this is a more complex issue, please send us an email, especially if you can send us more details of what is the situation, what does work, so we can maybe kind of get an idea of where to go.
Yes.
Might be able to better give you an idea of what you can try, but in some cases we do refer to Sony support too. But if it's like a lot of back and forth, to save you some time, send us an email and we will reply. Well, I will reply.
Derek's responsible for emails because he's so good at it.
Oh man,
He's like the
Trying to
best
keep up.
emailer in the world.
is that a thing?
It is now.
Email? That sounds super lame.
I'm gonna put that on his job title is gonna be Derek
All right.
Emailer.
Emailer. A really good emailer person. All right. Simon says, big question I've been getting recently is what is the average lifespan someone can expect from a television, especially if they should worry about an OLED lasting longer than mini LED? What are your initial thoughts? I have some thoughts of my own, and I know it's sort of a
Yeah, my initial
Gray
thoughts
area.
are first of all, there's not a standardized expectation in consumer electronics.
Right.
So when that's the case, each manufacturer establishes their own level of expectations based upon what they want to achieve with their customer satisfaction. The interesting thing about that is consumers are buying TVs at a faster rate than before. With that being said, I don't have an official stance on it, but I know that one of the things that we've always wanted to stand behind is we want more stories about how long you've had your TV, not how quickly your TV had to be replaced.
Right.
And we put steps in place, whether it's quality control, the levels and steps that we do at the factory level to make sure it's the highest quality parts, not cutting corners on some of the materials that we use. I mean, right down to screws and rivets, right? So that's our commitment. It's a guess, right? Usage has a lot to do with it.
It does.
Conditions, vivid versus cinema could have everything to do with it, right? High temperature climate versus a cold temperature climate. There's a lot of factors I imagine. But what's your take, Derek?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there is no standard, because there's a lot of things that go into it because it is based on usage. But what I generally kind of suggest to many people, especially when I was in stores, and what I would recommend to people is roughly when people are going to be replacing it, either for the purposes of it getting kind of outdated, maybe having issues, or just being at a point where it's like, I want to catch up on the technology, is usually around that 5 to 7 years. Some people disagree with that, and it is sort of subjective, but generally that's what I would tend to see. But we do have quite a few people that are coming into stores and asking to buy TV, and theirs is over 10 years old. We do hope that they do last a long time, and I can speak very confidently. Sony does put a lot of time and effort in the research to extending the longevity and reliability of them. Right. Now, I know that you can easily find videos and comments of people say, I had an issue with this, but I challenge anyone here or anyone to find any product that has no issues, has never had a problem within the first day.
Yep.
It's just the fact of mass production, things can go wrong. And you could spend $60,000 on some piece of technology that doesn't work the second you try to turn it on. It is absolutely possible. So don't let those things be the determining factor. Like, I had one issue with this one thing one time 15 years ago to be a determining factor in never going back. Although I get it. It's a cognitive bias that we have.
Right.
We all are sort of a little sometimes, and that's one of those things that doesn't logically make sense, but it's that emotion side that overruns it. I was so mad. I had it for only a year, and it had an issue, and they couldn't fix it, and they get so angry. That overpowers the logic of that can happen to anything. So, just my thoughts. But generally speaking, between the two brands, I mean, gosh, I can confidently say that Mini LED works on the same concept of LED backlight systems. Conceptually, they're just smaller, right? And there's more of them. But I mean, I go back to, I gave my dad, I don't know how many years ago now, my HX810, I think, that I got. I don't even know when that came out, but that's probably 17 years, 18 years old.
It's a while. Yeah, it's a while.
Something like that. And it still works.
Yep.
He still uses it. I never had a problem with it. I have never had a problem with any of the TVs that I have ever owned, actually. And it's not only been Sony. When I learned the truth of things, I got Sony, which was that HX810. But prior to that, I made some mistakes.
I've got TVs that I'm trying to break. And you know this, Derek. I've got TVs.
I know.
I've got TVs. I live in Texas. I have an X930E in the garage that in the summer averages about 110 degrees.
It's insane. And
it won't die. I have an X850B on my patio outside that when we have high winds and storms, like the wall mount swings it all the way to the back door, it won't die because I'm trying to replace these I want to replace these TVs. But my wife said as long as they're working, I can't replace them. And again, I'm not recommending that people put TVs outside or in these weird conditions, but I'm just saying that to your point, my XBR8 is still kicking, my HX929 is still kicking, A8G still kicking. Like, I have a list of TVs that just still work and they're regularly used.
Yeah, and that's where it goes into which one will last longer, I think just because we have a longer tenure of understanding LEDs longevity, that they would last longer. I know there's a lot of people putting in their perspective too. Just the functionality of OLEDs it's a little bit more challenging. I still have my A1E that still works. I don't use it very often, but it still does work. But generally between the two, if you're just like, I just want it to last as long as possible, probably better to lean more towards an LED. I would suggest. But if it's going to last 10 to 12 years, you're probably going to want something better. So you probably want maybe that OLED to enjoy it that much more if that's what you want in a picture. Because they are different experiences.
I love, in a trance, I love those stories, right? Parent Sony Trinitron from a TV from 1996 still running to this day. It's almost 30 years old, right? Those are the stories that as a brand we love to hear and what we strive to hear. So that's what's up.
I just want to call out something really quick here. Just Frazier apparently had to disappear for a little bit. My 3-year-old snuck out of bed and tried to hijack the remote and run away with it. That is a smart child because it's probably a Sony remote. So that's awesome. But then followed it up with, I don't know about local dimming high, Larry. Your head has a better shine with medium. I love it. I love it.
That works.
That's very cool. Let's see. Marvin was following up on some of the questions about the PlayStation 5 with the 2 Mark II, stating, okay, yes, I get an HDMI 4 label instead of custom labeled for to PlayStation 5 Pro, but I have to press the input on the remote and it shows the signal from the console. Okay, so it's more of, it's just not, it didn't change the name of the input to PlayStation. Is that what I'm gathering from that? You okay over there?
I have an answer from a question from an hour ago, but I've been relentless. All right, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's all good. Yeah. Let's see. If you could let me know, Marvin, on that. Oh, man, I'm going to try to catch up here on some of these things. You got a couple of other comments there. If that's what I'm gathering, I'm not sure why that would be the case. I might have to look into it. So please do send me an email because that way I can look into that a little bit more. Let's see. Oh, you know what I want to do really quick?
What do you want to do?
We have another guest from the field that is going to join us really quick.
That's great.
What?
No, this is my time.
Yeah, it is your time.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, that's great because after our next guest, I have an opportunity to be able to answer a question that was asked earlier. So I'm not sure if I'll make sure I remember who asked the question. Forgive me. I'll make sure if you're not here, hopefully you can go back and read it and anyway know all the things. But I have an answer to a question. I get really excited when I have an answer to a question. So I guess this is time, right? We have another guest?
No, this was the important message from Yuji.
Okay.
Who's joining us.
Great.
Yuji, I know you came specifically with a special message, right?
Yeah, I actually came with a really important note, and that note is Happy Birthday, Ronan.
Yeah.
There it is. See, that was my plan, Marvin. My plan was to set it up, and then it was to be like a surprise that like we didn't see it, but we did, and I cared. Happy birthday, Ronan. It's awesome.
It's all right. He's going to love it. It's his birthday.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, Yuji, thank you for joining us as well. I know I don't even have a clue what you plan on kind of sharing with us. So I'm going to let you kind of share some wisdom with us.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm the tallest guy in the group, so I'm kind of sitting on the edge of the chair right now. So if I lean back, I'm going to disappear. You guys won't know where I am.
Don't disappear.
Yeah. But one thing, because we work out in the field and we talk to customers and things like that. And from time to time, I get a question that comes up. And it's from the gamers out there. And they wonder, like, hey, is Sony TVs any good for gaming? Now, majority of the people out there that are buying, TVs for gaming are going to be console gamers, and a large chunk of them are actually PlayStation owners. Fun fact: Sony also makes PlayStation, and a Sony TV is going to be great for gaming. So we've got something called Perfect for PlayStation, and that is something that our TVs are basically made and meant to work with a PlayStation 5, for instance. So there's a few features that you get that are really amazing, that are specific for gaming with a PlayStation 5 console. And One of those things is auto picture, auto genre picture mode, right? And what that does is it actually the TV will detect the PlayStation, and depending on what you're doing on a PlayStation. So if you're, for instance, if you're watching movies, the PlayStation will, the TV will automatically be in the right setting for movies. And if you go back to gaming, it'll switch the TV settings so you get the right gaming settings. So you get the less input lag and things like that. So that's one of those real special features. Another one is auto HDR tone mapping. Now that's awesome because different games support HDR. Now me as a gamer, what I find sometimes is that it's difficult to fine tune the HDR for certain games. Sometimes you try and adjust it and it gets too bright or washed out or your black levels aren't right. So what this does is it automatically sets the TV's HDR settings to perfectly match your game on your PlayStation 5. And it just takes a lot of that guesswork out. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's it. That has always been, I remember when we first launched it and I think I did a video on it.
You did.
And thank you. And talking about that, when you go to the settings in the console, like, change the setting until you can just barely see the white thing in the white box, the black in the white in the black box. And you're like, well, what does that mean? Mm-hmm. I think I can see it, or is this too far? And you're trying to get that fine tune. I think it's like, I would obsess over it, kind of stupidly wasting my time.
That tracks.
Yeah, I know. But that does make it a lot easier. Yeah. So that's exactly. Awesome. That is good to know. And I agree that, to your point, we do. I'm just going to make an acknowledgement here.
Oh, okay.
We know a lot of people are like, hey, these extended. You okay over there, Larry?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. These extended formats that people are looking for, 1440, things like that. But we do that. The vast majority that are playing on TVs are console gamers, like you state. So, yeah, we do hear this other stuff. We do share that input. So, just letting all of you know out there, we do care, and we will continue to share that. But yeah, awesome. I appreciate it. Anything else that you want to share with us?
Actually, one of the other features that the TVs have that are perfect for PlayStation is the fact that we have remote play built into those TVs as well.
Have you used it?
I haven't, because you guys haven't given me one of those TVs yet, so I'm still waiting for that. But I have used remote play in the past on a different device. And it's cool because you can have your PlayStation 5 in one room and you can stream it to another room and play remotely. Now you can connect your PlayStation 5 also to that TV. PlayStation 5 controller to that TV, right? Mm-hmm. So use that controller on that TV, even though that console's in a different room. I think that's an awesome feature as well.
That's so cool. Awesome. We might have to. We'll consider trying to make that happen, but it's not up to me.
I'm waiting.
Awesome. Thank you, Yuji. I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. I didn't even check.
I also want to say a couple shout outs, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to my loving wife for supporting me. And I want to give a shout out to everybody out there watching us right now, supporting us and supporting this channel. Something you can also do to help further support us is remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Yes. And also smash that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more of these videos. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you all.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Very well said. Look at that. Awesome. I love it. And speaking of shout out to some people.
Yeah. No, it's my turn. Speaking of shout out to some people, I have to give a shout out to my daughter because she's waiting up and she's watching me. And it's almost sprinkle party time, baby. Don't worry. So I just need to let her know
sprinkle
that.
Party.
All right.
My daughter's sleeping, and she also doesn't watch because it's boring. So I was going to say that. That's just the honest truth, and she is so upfront to tell me that.
I love it.
And that's okay. But that's awesome. I appreciate that. Shout out to Joey B joining us a little bit late. We forgive you. That's awesome. Big Phil, welcome back as well. We got Brandon Kimball back again too. All right. So that's awesome. I'd love to see. Oh boy. Joey B's got a question for you down at the bottom there. I'm gonna see if there's anything we missed, but you can go ahead and.
That is way too many. What that is. I think I know. I don't have
a special
that
one for you.
What's in the name?
Yeah, what's in the name? We're gonna have to find that out actually. Let's see. Yes, SD. I noticed some more of your comments. A95K. I will note that as well, and we'll share that information.
What's going on with A95K?
Dimming. Question. Concern.
I don't have that issue. I have the A95K.
Do you have measurement tools to measure brightness?
Yeah. I have left and right eye. What are you talking about?
Okay.
No, yeah.
We'll
I
take a
should.
look, but it is noted for sure.
Yeah, because I was laughing about that earlier. Like, I have my 95K recessed in the wall above a fireplace. Like, anyway.
Someone
It
said
should
they would love
break.
to see Andrew from the East Coast on here one of these days.
Now
I can guess who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if it's great dude, but I'm not sure if this is the venue. But we'll see.
So, Joey.
I haven't seen that dude in forever.
Yeah. So Joey asked a great question, right? So IEREX 15C. Just what I think. Just what I think. It's so funny. I missed the conference call to talk about the launch of that, so forgive me. This is why it wasn't top of mind when that was released. I don't have an answer on how they sound, how is the tuning on them. Those are the USB-C wired earbuds. I have no clue how they sound. I will find out before I leave and let you know. I will go upstairs and take a pair.
I haven't had a chance to try those out either.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I've heard some good things about them so far, but again, I haven't had a chance to check them out. But I should have expected that you would ask that question, to be honest. You are on top of that stuff constantly, always challenging us. I love it.
Even John just messaged me. He's like, "This is what it is, and I should not miss live streams." I mean, conference call. Sorry,
Marvin.
Yes.
Could you pin the comment from Marvin for the email? Could you do that for us, please? Sorry, Marvin, I missed that on there. So yes, we'll get that for you.
The Marvin email.
What are we
Maybe
doing?
email.
Oh yeah. We should have pinned it.
Yeah, it should be pinned. But if
Yeah,
not,
it
we
should
will.
be in the description.
Oh, it's in the
And,
description.
it's on the screen too.
And it's right there.
On the
Oh,
screen.
yep, there it is on the screen.
There's right there.
Nice.
Right
After
there.
hour support.
Yes.
There it is. There it is.
Cool.
SD, that's interesting. So I see we talk about the A90. I need to go back and watch that because again, I don't want to misspeak, but I know they also came back and said that some of their testing was a little skewed a bit because of the timing and the things that initiate like our panel refresh and all that. There was some, if I recall correctly, there was some issues with their testing, specifically around ours, because the panel refresh on our OLEDs happened at a different time in a different way. Anyway, I'll look into it, but yeah, to your point, we'll communicate that.
Yep.
Thank you. All right.
Let's see what I missed. Oh, I just found out some big news. Mozart's ghost is who let the dogs out. Sorry, it's kind of lame, but you guys don't get the context because you're not reading the chat. So
I
I
did.
thought it was kind of funny in my head, but I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, SD, I will have to take a look at that. I haven't followed up on.
That's
any
literally
of
what I
their-
just answered. That's what I just was talking about right now. That comment that you're talking about right now, SD. I just said that. You just did that thing.
Okay,
You just
yours
did the
was
thing.
maybe a little too vague.
It was vague.
Okay. Well, that's fair. All right, very good. That said, I think we can actually start to wrap up. So please let us know in the comments anything that you want to share with us that we can bring back to our team. Any questions that you might have as well. Marvin will be looking forward to your email so we can follow up with you on some of that as well. Hopefully, get you taken care of on your concerns. Let's see. Daz said I'll be tuning in for PlayStation State of Play later on today. Is that coming up? I didn't know that actually. So yes, check it out if you're a PlayStation fan. Check that out for sure. I'm so far behind on that stuff. Yeah. All right, Michael Beckerman, is there an online store yet where people can buy Sony branded hats, T-shirts, polos, vests, or jackets?
We're working on it.
It is something that we have talked a lot about. It would be very cool to see
Alpha
that
Universe. Alpha Universe, you can buy Alpha stuff.
Alpha Universe, you can buy. Is that
AlphaUniverse.com?
officially sanctioned Sony?
Officially sanctioned Sony. Yeah, I mean it's Sony.
Sorry,
Alpha,
this is the NFL. This is the NFL. Speaking of NFL, right? Exciting season or whatever. You guys been checking out those sideline headsets?
Ooh,
Can't miss
they're
them.
nice.
Right?
They're nice.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. So anyway.
Let's see. SD asking about the Expert 3. Honestly, I haven't heard anything about that in terms of what's going on with it, to be honest. So that is something I do not know, and I guess we will have to find out. And I know we kind of talked a little bit about it earlier. It kind of depends. Again, I literally, maybe it's my fault that I'm behind. I did not even know that was a thing. So you guys are very well up on your information, as I'm not really surprised, to be honest. But it probably might come down to software versus hardware limitations.
Sure.
Does it require a hardware thing or is it software? So I don't really know what it's going to have, if we're going to have it, let alone if it's going to go to anything else. But
We'll
stick with us and we'll find out for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
So cool. Awesome. Those headsets during the NFL games look good. I agree.
I feel like coaches have been, listen, it's been some exciting football. And I think it's largely due
Better communication.
to the better communication.
Okay.
I'm telling you, dude. It's there. And here's the thing that you can pay attention to this. There's 2 versions of the sideline headsets. And I don't know how many people know this. There are.
Well, you know how much football I watch. So.
You watch no football. Okay. So it's very interesting to see the preferences. Each coach actually can choose, or even each sideline member of the personnel or the coaching staff chooses the style that they want. You can have the one ear cup with the pad here and open ear so you can hear the world or whatever, or you can have the double ear cups for absolute noise canceling. You shut everything out and you are at this game with 50,000 screaming fans and everything, and all you hear is the communication with the player on the field or the person in the booth.
I would love to test that myself.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I will tell you, the head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers opts for the double headphone, the double ear cup.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
And just about, I think so far he is the only coach that I've seen that uses the double ear cup. But it was very, very interesting because I've kind of been paying attention to that and also watched the flips. And I'm waiting for a coach to get angry and throw him on the ground because we considered all those things, right, in development and design. I'm just, kind of watching them. But
As it progresses into the season,
Yeah, it's early. It's early yet. It's early yet.
Awesome. Cool. Yep. Awesome.
Right.
Well, thank you all for joining us. And also a special thank you to Marvin, our producer for this episode.
job,
Thank
Marvin.
you, sir.
That's right. Thank you.
And we got Carlos and Joe and Andrew and Yuji somewhere back there. There he is. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys kind of joining us as we were kind of doing some stuff early and kind of put you semi on the spot. So thank you guys so much. Continue to let us know how we can, share feedback with our teams, what sort of challenges you have. We will respond to the comments on the video post live as well. And you can also send us an email if it's something that's a little bit more complicated, needs a little bit more back and forth, or if we don't have an answer at the moment. So that said, I very much appreciate everybody being here. Yep. Anything you got to add?
I've had fun.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.
Take care. Be good to each other. Be safe. Be well. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody, for joining us.
Peace.
See ya.